This is an important time in crypto history that will be remembered for years to come. Some of you already know, but I want everyone to be on the same page. The whole digital assets world is talking about the new version that just came out. Bo Hines, the executive head of the White House Crypto Council, quit today. We've all seen him at conferences, interviews, and live streams, always dropping useful information. You did hear that right. Not long ago, Bo Hines said on stage, "The U.S. wants as much Bitcoin as possible." Now all of a sudden he's leaving. Take a moment to think about that. He didn't even blink when people asked him how much Bitcoin the U.S. has. He said, "We don't know what we want, but we want it all." That's not just some trader on Twitter chatting. That person knew how to get things done in the White House. He knew the partners and the deals that were being made behind closed doors. He had information that the rest of us can only dream of. And then, boom, he's gone. This isn't advice about money. Now, the only question you should have is, why someone with that much power and who has been at the center of the Trump administration's crypto plan steps down less than a year in? Let me tell you what I think. It's easy. Cash. You can't do anything that could hurt the White House if you have ties to it. You are limited in how much money you can make and how you can sell. You're free now, though, when you leave. This is possible because Bo Hines has the network, insider playbook, and contacts to become a billionaire. Someone like him will have chances that most people won't even know about for years. That's the game. Also, since we're talking about chances, I need you to know something before we go any further. You should pay attention to the message that is pinned below this video. Find HunterX Stocks is my complete guide to becoming a millionaire trader. It's full of papers, pictures, videos, and special tips that will help you find the next huge stock before it goes off the rails. It was made to help you see clearly in a market where most people just bumble along. You'll need that help if you really want to be ahead of the curve instead of following the hype after the fact. Now is the time to look at the pinned message. Don't miss this chance to get it. Also, don't miss this obvious thing while you're down there. If you use my Moomoo link and invest just $100, you'll get up to $1,000 worth of free NVDA stocks. Yes, NVDA is one of the world's hottest stocks at the moment. That's free upside for Do Something. You can click on the link now. Let's get closer now. Because there is more to this story than just one retirement. Patrick Witt has already been named as Bo Hines' deputy. The person who is taking over as the new head of the White House Crypto Council is this guy. Even though Bo is going, don't think things are slowing down. This government has already done more for the crypto business in Trump's first year in office than most people thought it would in 4. There's proof in the markets. Take a look at what today brought. Ethereum has gone over $4,300. That's it again. ETH for $4,300. That's not just a number. It's a mental wall being broken down. When we got $4,000, it was like all the doors opened. More people, money, and energy come in for every dollar that goes up. This is the start of a parabola run. You know how it feels if you've been around for a while. In many ways, it feels like Bitcoin did when it first broke $20,000. XRP, on the other hand, is simply doing its own thing and doing it well. In fact, XRP just moved to the top of Grayscale's weekly success snapshot for cryptocurrencies. That's not a meme coin bend. According to statistics from institutions, XRP had a 9.7% return in the first week of August, which was higher than Stellar, Cardano, Doge, and even Ethereum during that time. The crazy thing is that no one is really talking about it because all eyes are on Ethereum right now. That's why smart money moves in quiet. All eyes are on the day's hot play, but XRP is slowly getting stronger, stacking returns and getting ready for the next wave. However, those who bought during that dull period are laughing now that it went over $4,000. The same way of thinking is about to be used for XRP. Retailers are focused on the news about ETH, but XRP is also setting up its own system. It was Bo Hines who said that the U.S. wants as much Bitcoin as possible because it's useful and valuable. But let's be honest, assets like XRP are what make things useful and help people accept new technologies in the real world. Payments, settlements, and acceptance by institutions. It's not just story, it's also infrastructure. Also, as the government sets up more spot ETFs, clearer rules, and more financial tools for crypto, guess which assets will benefit the most? The ones that already have deals with other businesses. That's why I want you to pay attention to more than just what experts say. Bo's exit doesn't mean the end of anything. It's the start of a bigger wave. He knows too much, has seen too much, and knows too well that a lot of money is about to come into this area. And even though he can't do anything, he wants to be linked to the White House outside of it. Take off the gloves. Look at this now. 2 days ago, an analyst said that Ethereum's recent rise was like Bitcoin's at $20,000. That is the amount of excitement we're making reference to. And sure enough, ETH bought $4,300 worth of things in just 48 hours. That's speeding up. That is speed. That's how tall charts get. And when Ethereum starts to tear up like that, it throws the whole altcoin market into chaos. When liquidity comes in, it pulls everything else up. That's why I keep coming back to XRP. It's not the most exciting play right now, but look at the numbers for the week. It's doing better than it looks on the surface. You don't want to be the person who wishes they had grabbed that attention when it was quiet, because it always moves. Now let's connect this to the bigger picture, because you need to know how important this is all. Bo Hines wasn't just having fun when he went to talks. He was in Dubai, Hong Kong, Europe, the Middle East, and the Bitcoin conference, where he met with world leaders, laid out the government's crypto plan, and talked to the CEOs of the biggest exchanges. That's not just small talk. That sets the stage for the next era of finance. And all of a sudden, he's free to make money on his own. Do you think that's just a coincidence? Not at all. You can hear it straight from his mouth if you listen to what he said in June, which is less than 3 months ago. He said Bitcoin is like gold in the digital world. There's a good chance that getting as much as possible is good for the United States. That's what the government says. That is the plan. He's no longer there after 3 months. If there isn't a bigger prize outside the walls, you don't just leave power like that. This gets interesting now. It seems like the timing is almost too good to be true. Bo leaves just as Ethereum breaks through $4,300. XRP is looking like it will be one of the best drivers in early August, and banks are getting ready for the next round of spot ETFs. Does that seem random to you? Without a doubt not. Just before the fireworks start, everyone in the room moves. The news is all about Bo going, but the real alpha is figuring out why this is important for you as an investor. What people think affects markets, but what people expect affects wealth. The insiders are expecting. They know where the puck is going. At this very moment, the puck is moving right into a new phase of crypto usage. Let us look at Ethereum as an example. That's how ETH feels in 2020. After getting back $20,000, BTC never looked back. It caused a chain reaction of purchases that pushed the price over $60,000. Getting Ethereum to $4,000 is the same thing. This is more than just a technical level. All of a sudden, both big investors and regular people feel like they can jump in. This means that every dip will be bought and every rise will bring in more money. But XRP is taking its time, while Ethereum is all the talk of the town, between $3.20 and $3.30. Right in that area where prices are building up, it's staying put while the market's attention is on other things. That is the exact situation that smart buyers love. Not given enough credit, ignored, and ready to shine when the attention moves on. You can see it in the numbers from Grayscale. In the first week of August, XRP did the best. Do you think this is the end of that trend? Not at all. When ETH's rise in value causes more money to flow into other coins, XRP will be ready to take the lead. Also, don't forget that XRP's financial system is already miles ahead. It's not a meme that banks, payment systems, and settlement lines work together. This is what the next banking network will be built on. When governments allow more crypto-linked ETFs and funds, you can be sure that XRP will do well. Let's go back to Bo Hines for a second. You should know what it means when someone with that much power says in public that the US wants to get as much Bitcoin as possible. It means that things are gathering right now. Superpowers, financial giants, and insiders with a lot of money are buying up supply, while regular people are still arguing about whether we're in a bull market or not. The easy money is gone by the time the headlines make it clear. This is why Bohi's going is such a sign. He's not going anywhere because the story's over. The next part is about to start, and he wants to play it on the outside where he can make as much money as he wants. You should pay attention to that kind of move. I just want to tell you of something. Do not forget about the pinned message. Find 100x stocks. The best guide for becoming a rich investor is right there waiting for you. That guide is exactly what you need if you want to step ahead of the competition before they do. It's full of information, papers, pictures, and plans that will help you spot chances before they become big. That's the edge. Get it now. It's in the comment that was pinned. Also, click that Moo link while you're there. If you deposit $100, you'll get free NVDA stocks worth up to $1,000. NVIDIA is a key part of AI, data centers, and video games. This is the kind of stock that banks are drooling over. It's free for you. Do not miss that. Okay, let's keep going because the big picture here screams potential. See how quickly Ethereum went up after it broke $4,000. We've seen this show before. It's the same thing that Bitcoin did when it went up. The market as a whole changes when ETH does. The money doesn't just stay in one coin, it turns. First ETH pumps, then ALTS pumps. This means that XRP, Cardano, Stellar, and other coins are about to do something. Think about how many people he knows, links to the biggest stock markets, to world leaders, and to bank officials. He knows more than just what's going on today. He knows what will happen in 6 months, and he is placing himself correctly. That's why I keep saying this over and over. Pay attention to what's happening, not the noise. At the same time, shopping isn't focused. They are after the coins that are already up 40% this week, instead of building up the ones that are staying the same until they move. That's the difference between holding on and looking forward. Today, Ethereum is a game for chasers. As a predictor, XRP is a good bet. Which side do you want to be on? Bo may not be the head anymore, but don't think that nothing good will happen next. Patrick Witt, stepping in means stuff stays the same. The government's plans aren't going to change. The need for digital goods is still there. In fact, it's getting faster. But Bo himself, he's now free. He is now free to do everything he has been putting off. He is free to use his inside information, free to reach new heights that Pay in the White House can't reach. That's the story that no one is talking about. Everyone is paying attention to the news that he quit. What comes next is the real alpha, though. Pay attention to the money. Pay attention to those who quit their jobs when they know the best chances are about to come up. The price of XRP is very high right now. Ethereum is the front runner. Bitcoin is still the main thing. In fact, the White House has said that Bitcoin is digital gold. In addition, this building up is good for the United States. Join the dots. This is why you shouldn't stay out of the picture. When no one is looking, the biggest moves happen. ETH at $4,300 is a wake-up call. The chances for XRP to quietly hold $330. And the fact that Bo Hines is leaving now is the sign. People on the inside are moving.